Hello guys, welcome to a free-for-all in Stronghold Crusader UCP. So I just went into random computer opponents. I changed all my settings up for this, so I just wanted to see really how it would look. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy. So we've got Richard, Frederick and Saladin in the bottom right corner. In the bottom left we have Pig and Sultan. At the top we've got the Sheriff, two Sheriffs and it's a long arm. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like, sub to the channel and yeah. Poor Richard's going to get dominated in this position. He doesn't have crossbows. He doesn't even have his castle properly built, so he's got no chance. I'm a little bit surprised at how poorly Pig is doing though, against Sultan. And his long arm's looking weak as ever. Honestly think Richard should die first in this situation. He's being hammered by the other two. And Pig is on fire, okay. I don't know why Pig isn't making units. Okay, I see why Pig isn't making units. He never made a... He never made his barracks. That's very disappointing. But again, I'm just testing this out. It doesn't really matter who wins, who loses. I've added it so that they send 10 more troops each time. I increased their unit cap by 200. And I did a few other changes. I made it so that they can use more ox tethers. I was considering stopping the Arabian swordsmen from doubling their damage on walls, but you know, maybe that I figured maybe that was wrong, so I've kept it so that they are. I think when they're doubled in speed, I think it's slightly better than spearmen attacking walls, but it's like very close. Just have a look at how everyone's doing. Saladin is out of gold almost. I mean, he may be beating Frederick, but you know, it's cost him so much that even if he does win, it'll be a bit of a Pyrrhic victory. Although he certainly, in all honesty, he could win this fight. Sultan's out here, just chilling. Saladin fully out of gold now. The purple sheriff certainly struggling against the cyan one. I mean, I think it's just his position though, and why these guys aren't attacking the walls, I don't know. This is surprisingly quite close considering the Mangonel is firing down upon his units and killing a lot. And And you have to keep in mind this is aggressive AI, but that doesn't mean that they're automatically going to play well. It's something that has taken me quite a while to understand. And sometimes I actually think they play worse than they do in vanilla, which, you know, it's what it is, but can be disappointing at times. Yeah, Saladin definitely wins this matchup. Although I can't really call it a win because they've both got nothing left. You see, 20 and 60 and no gold from either of them.
A message from Emperor Frederick. The Imperial plan looks tired. Time for a new stratagem.
Now I do wonder if Frederick's going to go down before Saladin or not. Like, Saladin is open, so Long Arm could run in there and kill him, or as you see, Sultan is moving up, so maybe Sultan will kill Saladin. Certainly possible. And Frederick went down to Sir Long Arm, and Saladin got killed by Sultan. It's not something you see every day, but you know, in that position it was bound to happen. The crazy thing is, I know that Sultan has been left alone. I know that Pig was bugged out and couldn't do anything. But the fact that Sultan is the strongest lord, it's still, I don't know, kind of surprising. He's been smart. He hasn't really sent big attacks at anyone else, or wasted his units, wasted his gold. Now, these Arabian swordsmen, as always, completely worthless. And it looks very, very bad indeed for the Sheriff of Nottingham. He should survive this, I think. Oh, I don't know actually. He doesn't have fire throwers. Oh no, he does. Okay, they're just over here, I was going to say. With fire throwers he should have survived, and as it turned out he did have them. However, once the Sheriff goes down, I do wonder what's going to happen. Like, I feel like Sultan would really struggle against the Sheriff because of, obviously, crossbows and fire defense and all of that. However, with the Sheriff having no gold, like, there is a potential for Sultan to take this whole thing. He shouldn't have too many issues against Sir Long Arm, because Long Arm doesn't have crossbows and he's so slow to make swordsmen. I also don't, I'd kind of like to go back to, I think they're called Tabtha castles, or I think those are the ones that I was using for Sheriff in particular a while back, and they were really good. So I think I'd like to do some more of those at some point.
A message from the Marshal.
It just depends on what people want to see. Like, as I say, soon Switch 2 will be out and I'll be doing a lot of that. So obviously Crusader stuff will, I mean, I'll probably still do a little bit of Crusader stuff, but it might be a couple weeks until there's more. I don't know. That comes out, I think, on the 5th. And Sir Long Arm, for some reason, is attacking the Sultan. I could have sworn that I had set it to weakest lord. You know, for who they should attack, but the thing is, if you do change settings and mess around with it a lot, sometimes you have to reapply stuff, and maybe I just haven't reapplied it. They might. I don't think that they're going for the one with the most gold. I don't know what the criteria is at the moment. Might be randomized, I'm not sure. Like, otherwise, why would the sheriff be going for... why would Sultan be going for the sheriff and not for long arm? Now, one downside to doing what I have done, by increasing all the troop numbers and making it so that they attack with a larger force each time, is I haven't really messed up, but I have made it so that they are much slower to attack. So again, I'm still learning, I'm changing all the settings, I'm playing around with it all, and it just goes to show that you want to really have lords close together, which, you know, usually you can understand, but also sometimes can be a problem, especially with lords that start fires. So Sultan is running out of gold a little bit. I mean, he's still got a ton. He pretty much halved his gold. Which is impressive considering he has such crappy units. So Long Arm and Sultan are attacking the sheriff. Now, luckily for sheriff, I say luckily for sheriff, and then he goes on the offensive against Long Arm. That was very silly of him. And he just sent all his units back to get killed. Okay. I mean, sheriff shouldn't die here. That should be fine. Yeah, he definitely won't, because Long Arm has made the correct call to attack Sultan in that situation. He still won't kill Sultan, but, you know, Sultan had sent everything out, so it absolutely made sense to do that. Look at numbers. Sheriff is looking really bad. And so Long Arm and Sultan are both looking also quite bad. Just to see how they're doing for stone. Like, I mean, they do have... No, they still don't have more ox tethers, I don't think. No, still 10. Even though I changed that, when I say I changed it, I just changed it. Like a minute before I started this video. Okay. It's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Just waiting for an attack now. I'll be honest, I can't see Sheriff winning this. He doesn't have the access to iron or stone that the others do. He's been attacked a lot, and he's run out of units. He's run out of gold. He can't rebuild his walls.
A message from the sheriff.
He doesn't have enough crossbowmen.
Fetch me the tax collector.
Although he may survive this attack, I'm not sure. Certainly wouldn't survive another. No, he didn't. Oh, no, he did. Spoke too soon. He definitely won't survive another though. Okay. And that's it for him. As you can see, Sultan has rapidly lost his advantage. If he'd gone for long arm, then he actually had a good chance of winning this outright. I just think long arm's going to be too strong for him.
A message from the Marshal. One more bites the dust, eh? What?
But then also, if Sheriff hadn't turned back his maceman and attacked long arm swordsman, he probably could have killed long arm. Now, as weak as the Arabian swords are, they'll be fine in this situation. What am I saying? They'll probably reach the walls, is what I'm meaning. The archers are not very good. That's the whole point I'm making. I think it's 3 crossbow bolts to kill an Arabian swords. I can't remember how many shots from a regular European archer it is. I think it's more than 6, but it's something I'd have to look into. I mean, he may have quite a few archers, but well, I guess the fact that Sultan has run out of gold almost kind of seals his fate. I'm not sure. Like, the thing is, it's possible to go either way. As I've said before, it's rare for lords to actually kill off all this stuff with archers. It's fantastic when they do, but usually they just run in and die to the fire. So if he does that and dies to the fire and gets counterattacked, he'll lose. But otherwise, I'd say long arm's chances are very good here. I certainly feel like I made the right call increasing the unit numbers like I did. I did try to do this with what is it called? With Extreme, but I just couldn't do it. The amount of units that were spawning was a problem. It kept crashing the game constantly, and not only that, but pretty much every lord, well, not every other lord was bugging out, so it was an issue. Which actually brings me to my next point. I don't know if the person who asked for 1 vs 7 close encounters wolf on Extreme is watching this, but as it turns out, you can't do close encounters on Crusader Extreme. And as it also turns out, I can't do it without magic because the game's just crashing on me constantly. They get over a certain unit threshold and my computer doesn't seem to like it, I'll put it that way. Doesn't like it at all, it just, constant crashes, and I've had issues with OBS lately actually after it started crashing. OBS has been a bit funny, like you have to run it with the administrator now. I never used to have to do that, but if I don't, it won't record anything in game. Okay, so still waiting for another big attack. Yeah, I'll get regardless. If that person's watching, I will get the wolf one done soon. It's not going to be a very good one, but then I'll do the regular Crusader wolf one without the magic and all that. It's just less units, so it won't cause me as many issues. I mean, much harder as well. It's unbelievably difficult. Now, will these guys get through the walls? Doesn't matter if they do. I was thinking if they got through, there's a good chance for them to get on here. And as it turned out, it doesn't matter anyway. They lost too many units. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to the 1 vs 7 regular Crusader wolf. I have beaten it once before, but like I've said this before, my thing corrupted, my video corrupted, so I had to just delete it. I couldn't load it, couldn't fix it, couldn't do anything. So that's not the problem though. I can't remember how I beat it in the first place, because it really is very difficult. Now I think Sultan's going to survive this quite easily because of the fire defense, but yeah, he did. So it's dragging on a little bit, I'll be honest. This is part of the problem when two lords are alive opposite each other. It does tend to drag on. Especially in this instance when neither lord's very good. Okay, so I'm really glad I skipped ahead because this has taken a very long time to get back to this point. Obviously we're still on 500 speed and it's been, I don't know, about 5-6 minutes.
A message from the Sultan. The opponent is dying in the Sultan's oasis.
Now I could see why he'd be worried, but he does still have that incredible fire defense, so I think he's still fine. And he is. Now if he'd sent some units that way, perhaps he could have come back from that. I don't know. But I'm going to keep pausing it until major attacks come, because otherwise it's going to be boring for you. Now, I say that because it's boring for me waiting when nothing's happening. And really my perspective on this is, if I don't enjoy it, I can't expect other people to. So I'll see you in, I don't know when, whenever a big attack comes, I guess. So yeah, Sultan is not rebuilding. He's not making anything anymore. He's not increasing his unit numbers. He's not making stone. You see, he's even destroyed his mercenary camp. So, now I don't think he'll die in this attack, but obviously his time is now numbered. Well, his time's limited, I should say. His days are numbered. Yeah. Like, he should survive this fairly easily because of his fire throwers, but yeah, if he's not recruiting more and more units, he's just not gonna be able to deal with like the chip from the archers and whatever else he sends. I think I've said this before, but I once sent 100 European swords at Sultan, and forgot that he had such good fire defense, and he lived. Although in this instance he didn't live, so I'm genuinely pleased about that.
So must the poor Sultan.
Oof. Took a very long time, but finally over, and so long arm took it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.